How's it going, everyone? Today, we're on Tropical Sacrifice. We have a Terran versus Protoss. And up first is GuMiho. His opponent, the Protoss player this side, is SKillous, with something that looks suspiciously like a Stormgate decal. Is it really? And a nice little spray of a pylon, or whatever that is. Alrighty, so it's GuMiho time again. GuMiho. Oh, I love watching GuMiho. He does funny things, and I say this every time, but I don't know how many people are watching from video to video. So, you know, if you're not too kind of familiar with these guys, then yeah, GuMiho plays StarCraft the way he wants to. Okay, but the difference is, because I do the same, but I'm terrible. GuMiho does it, and he's really, really good. Like, really good. So, I think it takes more skill to do that. I don't think GuMiho's good because he plays odd. I just think it's one of his characteristics. Ooh, that's a hard word for a later Monday. Look at this. Tries to stop the probe. Fails. Oh, well, now the probe's locked in, so I guess that's the thing. So these two are going to follow each other around a little bit. Gonna play some tag. Tag, you're it. Look, the probe doesn't understand the rules of the game. Hey, tag, you're it, tag, you're it, tag, you're it. Alright, the probe gives up. It's like, I don't want to play tag anymore. Or in probe language. Sorry. That was a dad joke. SCV decides, you know what? You're too quickie. Recalls the probe. Yeah, nice. SKillous is a very good Protoss player, by the way. He's been around for a very long time. I can't even remember. I was looking him up a little bit, but I didn't read too much because I felt like casting, so I kind of skipped on reading. You know, I'm here to cast, not to read, let's be honest. At this stage, getting an Adept out, nothing too crazy, nothing too major. First Reaper on the way. Factory on the way. Naturals for both players. Nothing too crazy, which is, yeah, there you go. GuMiho does not always do crazy things, but he can. And that's all that matters, is every now and then he can whip out something odd. That sounds terrible, I shouldn't say it like that. He can play strange strategies that will bamboozle his opponents. That sounds better. Double Reaper at this stage. Double Reaper can get some good damage done, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where the Adept is. Let's see. The Adept is having a wonderful time here. Get one. Okay, so that's two, and that they really, just as like a kind of, I hope you're awake. Oh, nice attempted grenades there. Yeah, they threw, they shot the pylon. This Hellion is nice, right? 6 workers. That's nice. So he pulls out the Adepts with the Reapers, and then yeah, wham. Thank you, GuMiho. He hits 6 probes. These 2 Adepts are now out. The Marines are gonna come out. Yeah, here's a tank. Okay, tank's gonna help defend. Tank's gonna go boom, boom, bye-bye. This Reaper's getting some more done. That's 1 more worker. These Adepts are gonna try work on the space a little bit. Please kill that worker. Thank you. Something is flying overhead. That is... Okay. You see, like this. There are generally conventional timings where Terrans fly out with medevacs. And very seldom is it 2 Marines and a siege tank. I guess he's doing that because he knows what's at home. Do I like it? I don't know. I mean, a tank can probably take on an Adept. Yeah. Yeah, here comes the Reaper as well. Probes are going to come out. Marines are being healed up. They're trying to get rid of, I think that was the shield battery. Picks up, off they go. Drop again, boom, boom, tank. Feel the hammer of the fury of the tank of the something or other. Banshee behind us. We do have the robo out for SKillous. But yeah, look, these are the types of things that, ooh, nice work there by SKillous. Ooh, good micro there, jumping on the tank. Now he's going to get rid of the medevac. He's gonna lose a stalk. Wow, he's not gonna lose. Ooh, that's some good micro. Cyclone is here to help. He desperately needs a shield battery. SKillous is actually microing really well. He didn't lose a stalker there. Now the shield battery's finished. He took some shield damage on these structures. That was a solid defense. I'm actually super impressed with that defense. Immortals are out. Yep, they're gonna hit tanks pretty hard. eBay on the way, Raven on the way. Do we have another CC? I don't think so. GuMiho is planning on being a little bit more aggressive. Third Nexus is going to be going down for SKillous. I'm genuinely impressed by that defense. His blinking was really good. He was pulling his stalkers away at the perfect time, buying enough time for more stalkers to come out. That was a really solid defense. Like, that was really solid. No stalkers lost. And you got a tank, a medevac, 3 marines. Alright, alright. Ah! Here comes the Banshee. The Banshee is chased away by the Immortal, even though the Immortal can't shoot up. Nah, I think there was a stalker. Gonna try and get rid of this pylon. Observer is out, so even Cloak isn't really going to help. That early robo with the early, what do you call these things that fly? Observer, was a pretty good move there by SKillous. So far, he's not taking much damage after the early game, because that Hellion did do a lot in the early game. And those Reapers. He hasn't taken too much more damage. He's up in the worker count at the moment. Oh, he didn't get it. He almost got it. Oh, my mouse pad. My mouse pad is stopping me. I got one of these ergonomic mouse pads, you know, that's supposed to support your wrist and make you not feel strain on your wrist. No, it's not working. And when I cast StarCraft, it kind of just does some funny things. Like it keeps making my mouse do like this left kind of motion, like a whoop. I don't know. So I kind of feel like I wasted my money. I probably did. Okay, SKillous is being a little bit adventurous, especially considering that extended thermal lance isn't done. Tank's gonna siege up, you gotta run. Big hit on the stalkers there. At the same time, the Banshee did come in to try to get some damage done. I think it got a couple of workers before falling to the stalkers. GuMiho is reinforcing. He's just going very heavy on the tanks, the marauders, the marines. He's actually producing 2 marines and 2 marauders at the same time. How many barracks does he have? 3 racks. Going up for racks 4 and 5. Ugh, counting. That stalker dies. A most painful death. This stalker cancels the third base for GuMiho, who decided to build on location, which is not something you necessarily always see. Okay, using the damage stalkers to spot. Tanks are going to siege up. There's not enough stalkers to get on them. This could be a nice dangerous position. This is a very hard point to get around for SKillous. Colossus are going to try to come in from one side. And SKillous is going to jump on this. Ooh, good interference matrix on the Colossus. They are unable to do anything, which means this army is absolutely melting. There's only really high-tech units left and 2 Colossus that can't do anything. Ah! Ooh, I guess the Marines, yeah. I don't know, I feel like GuMiho could have stood and fought there. But it would have been a round of reinforcements. And those Colossus at this stage of the game, they are deadly. The medevacs are also low on energy. Okay, good call there by GuMiho. Yeah, that was good interference matrix. I think if he didn't interference matrix, which is the Raven ability, it kind of just cancels anything that they can do. So Colossus, for instance, they can't shoot, and they tend to just like walk forward into cannon fire. So it's a really good ability. SKillous microed them well enough so that they didn't die. But yeah, if GuMiho didn't do that, I think his army would have been absolutely crushed. I was going to say Disruptor's on the way, but I think he cancelled this Disruptor to go for a Warp Prison. Second eBay on the way. Armory also on the way. Upgrades, +1 attack for GuMiho. +1 is about 3/4 of the way finished. These two are going to meet in the middle of the map. The Raven is here. If you can jump onto that Raven, that'll be a good pick off. He just doesn't get it. Tanks are going to siege up. As a Protoss, you do not want those tanks to siege up on your Stalkers. You want to stall the Terran. So essentially, you want the Terran to siege, and then you pull back. As soon as they've unsieged, you attack, let them siege again, pull back. And you want to kind of just keep doing that, penduluming between them. And that's a pretty strong tactic as a Protoss. When you've got this type of army, you need to be out on the map, and he's doing a very good job so far. SKillous is playing a good game. I'm actually so impressed. Not that I underrated SKillous, but he's not a name you hear all too often in the StarCraft community. I mean, unless you're following him. But yeah, GuMiho sending this army around to the side. This one is going to get caught by the Protoss. Does get scouted. He's going to stim and move them out the way. He's got a second army on this side, so he's also being nice and active on the map. Okay, you guys finally decided what you want to do with your lives. Cool. Still making a lot of siege tanks. I'm quite confused by the siege tank production. Not that it's bad. Normally there's just a point where a Terran will stop making siege tanks and go for things like Widow Mines, or preferably transitioning into Ghosts. SKillous at this stage is floating a lot of gas. He has a couple of Zealots here in the main base. They're starting to work on these SCVs. He's recalling because GuMiho's army is on this side. He doesn't recall the entire army, so he's going to be able to attack this from two directions. The tanks are just whopping whatever's there. This Colossus walking forward again. That's exactly what it does. It's going to die. But SKillous crushes this army for the most part in the middle. At the same time, he still has a couple of Zealots here causing damage, and that's 22 workers going down. I'm going to replay so we can have a look at that. Obviously, I don't have fantastic picture-in-picture or anything like that. Let me go back a little bit more. So yeah, here comes the Zealots, and they start chopping away. 4 in the prism, and the rest get warped in. And look at that, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, and then the SCVs get stuck here while that engagement is going on. GuMiho obviously can't keep up with everything. Sends them to attack the Zealots, and that is a lot of damage. That puts him down to 47 workers versus the 70 from SKillous. Does eventually clean it up. At the same time, these two are still going ham, so this is helping to split GuMiho's focus, whereas it doesn't take that much focus from SKillous. I mean, he kind of just... he's leaving them to do his thing while he is chasing with his own army. Very good move there. A couple of Dark Templar on the way. I don't know where they warped. I was too late to hit the button there. Do you see any? I don't see over here. Wait, I can just go like this. Where are they? Ah, they're in the base. DT's wrecking in the base. One scan goes down, but this DT is not going to be found. Some more workers are going to go down. Another scan, but that's not before another 4 workers go down. This one is also still alive. It's getting rid of a depot at this stage because why not? His tank's on a decent position, so it's making it hard for SKillous to actually attack up this ramp. I would, if I were him, rather take this out or move across to this base, although there's a planetary, which is obviously not ideal. He is getting disruptors, this one venturing a little bit further forward than it should have. Why is that going like this? There we go. Okay, that sorted itself out. I think it's because my laptop's getting very hot. It is, the weather is insanely hot here, so I think with this heat, my fan's having to work a little bit overdrive, so you might hear it. But yeah, it tends to every now and then have a little bit of a lag. So sorry if that bothers you. Unfortunately, I can only do with my equipment, or I can only do what I do with the equipment that I have, considering that computer parts are very expensive. Disruptor! Boom! Ooh, big hit there. SKillous womping the heck out of that army. GuMiho is doing some good work on this side, getting a lot of damage. They're just going to try and get out the rocks. GuMiho is trying to fight over the rocks. I like that. But yeah, this army's not dealt with. Is SKillous gonna pull back or is he just gonna carry on? Oh, Dark Templar coming in. Dark Templar, they have a lot of DPS. Oh, nice try. That I like that. Ooh, once again. Yeah, nice try. Microing on so many fronts at the moment. Okay, that disruptor doesn't hit anything. Ah, SKillous. I mean, GuMiho is making it hard. GuMiho is making it very hard. This base was acquired. That's a strange base to take. So, yeah, he is going to retake that one. Yeah. I guess, you know, it's not too bad. Upgrades, 2-2 done for GuMiho. +2 attack, +1 armor for SKillous. So, very, very even armor upgrades. GuMiho obviously up to 1 armor upgrade. He is sending a small troop here. A small force to attack. Get rid of a couple of zealots. They could do some damage. Marauders pack a punch against static defense. They are getting a little bit of damage done on these workers. And now, here goes the army moving down. SKillous, though, he is a little bit ahead. He sends his Dark Templar up because he knows... Yeah, he knows another Terran army is on the way here. GuMiho changes direction because he knows he was spotted. So he's trying to keep the element of surprise. He has gone into Ghost now. Obviously, they can do a lot in this matchup. These medevacs are just going to float around. Yeah, but GuMiho at this stage, I think he's playing really well. He is pulling the Protoss army out of position. And this Protoss army, it likes to be together. It likes to have the disruptors close by. EMPs, try to get the Dark Templar. He's going to scan instead. They're going to be morphed into Archons. This is a dangerous army. Here comes the rest of the Protoss. Okay, no, those disruptors did not do good work. I think they might have only gotten 1 or 2 units. Yeah, GuMiho playing a good game. Now at the same time, he's going to move in again with this one. The counter or the multi-pronged harassment here, very good. He's also taking engagements where he can. If there's small numbers of stalkers, he's quite happy. That's not great. Although, that being said, disruptors are left here. Ooh. Sorry, I'm having to bounce between these two sides because there's a lot going on. Stalkers coming into flank. They're getting a good chunk of damage. Oh, that medevac also falls. That's not great. Big EMP goes down. Aggressive blink forward. Getting some more stalkers. Getting a couple of ghosts. There is still a tank up here and there's a lot of marauders. The splash is not here yet. Meanwhile, yeah, that drop's still going back to do a lot of work. A little bit at least. +3 is on the way. +3 is almost done, both upgrades. Stalker's going to fly in. Well, no, the command center's going to fly out. Stalker's going to walk in. They're going to attack from this side. There is a drop in the main. One Dark Templar's going to be able to clean that up if he doesn't scan. The rest of the army is fighting on this side, and it is a little bit of a base trade here at this point. Stalkers are going to start getting rid of these SCVs. A lot of damage going down. There are Widow Mines here. The Terran army is just going to march forward. Barracas going down on all sides. Zealots in the main base. This is a full-on base trade. And it is now who takes the least amount of damage. At this stage, I think SKillous. Oh, that was some clutch micro there from GuMiho. He is getting rid of another base over here, but the Protoss is in his natural, in his main. GuMiho only has 1 base left mining, whereas SKillous is still on, I guess, 1 as well. Yeah. 42 SCVs are going down compared to the 32 probes. No, it must have been more than that. 72 probes versus 73 SCVs have gone down in this game. These two players are just not going to fight armies against each other. GuMiho is doing the Terran thing, trying to fly away. He's not being so successful. His production is absolutely in tatters. This army has been sliced down a little bit by the Dark Templars. 108 supply to 66. I believe that GuMiho is going to be dead in the water because there's nothing he can do to stop this. Yes. Good blink forward. The Dark Templar, they're going to make difficult work. Yeah, SKillous has played well. He deserves this. All of these get cancelled. GuMiho's got nothing. He's got a couple of medevacs. And it's not like they're full. Yeah, I think GuMiho's trying his best. He's super supply block. He's going to go in. This is a last ditch effort to do something. But the cannons are raining down on his infantry. The stalkers come in. The Dark Templar blink forward. They're on the army. There's no scans. GG is called SKillous. Takes GuMiho in a really good fashion. That was a great game, right? Really back and forth between these two. Both of them playing and struggling very nicely against each other. That was great. I loved that one. I hope you enjoyed it too. And if you did, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more StarCraft content. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everything. And I will see you in the next one.